Hey, what's up again? It's going to be a very scuffed guide on how to do with Ed VT2 as Balrog. I'm going to go over some universal things as well, but generally it's going to be a Balrog only guide. It was asked of me by Tulio in the Balrog Discord. Shout out to the Balrog Discord. If you're not in there, get in there. But now, let's go on to things. First off, Ed VT2 is a 26 frame projectile that cannot hit airborne opponents. This leads to two very important things. Anti-projectile moves work very well against it. It loses to jumps. And it loses to backdash. Time is a bit harder than like neutral though, but yes, you can see I backdash right through it. Other moves that are airborne will work every time, so things like, say, Ryu Tatsu or Kami Spiral Arrow. So keep that in mind if you're playing one of those characters that if you do Spiral Arrow quick enough in neutral, it should beat VT2. I'm not saying just spam Spiral Arrow in neutral, say on reaction, try and use an airborne move to try and punish it. Jumps are really good as well. Just react to the VT2 in neutral. That's in neutral, we'll go on to more specific things right away. Now, here's a really important thing to know. Eds love to do something into Spark, into Fireball, to try and get a free VT2. There are ways to make this plus enough to where it is real on block, but generally if you're looking at a far range crouch mean kick cancel into the shot, there's going to be a 3-frame gap in which you can forward jump. Now, this depends on your character. Balrog can forward jump, but characters like, say, Abigail or Honda, whose jump start up is varying, so Abigail's is 8 and Honda's is 4, they can't forward jump this, but they can still backdash. So what you can do, as an option if you're doing it every time, is backdash or forward jump. Now, you have to be careful doing this, because this is a hard read that you're taking. And if Ed reads you, he'll just delay his VT2, react to your backdash, or react to your jump in and get an even bigger combo. So be very careful. As a Balrog player, you got options around this though. You can reactionary V-skill. Very, very easy to get a huge punish. You can also attempt to free frame it. This is risky, as if you're a frame late, you're gonna lose. Four frame indicates it's a frame late. I can't do the frame delay right now. That's the number one thing to note. If Ed does it off of EX Fireball, it is completely real and there's nothing you can do. You have to hold that. Or you can attempt to V-reversal it. There is always the option to V-reversal things on reaction. It's not easy, but it is a possibility to try and force him to waste a V-gauge. Don't just do it brainlessly. Ed has a bunch of option selects against your V-reversal. I'm now going to go over the on-block scenario and a few gimmicks Ed players love to get away with. And that should be the end of the video, so let's go on that right now. Now, for most of the cast, the situation is not too bad, but for Balrog, this is a pretty bad spot to be in. If you block the VT2, you're in a mix-up. First mix-up is going to be, is he going to throw me or is he going to shimmy me? This is just regular, but if we send him to throw, he can throw me. He can also walk back and shimmy me. Pretty easily. And do whatever the fuck he wants, right? He also has the option to go low and try and walk out. Pretty easy combo. And finally has the option to call out a backdash with crouch face. Some characters can backdash here, and it's relatively safe, but Balrog's not one because his backdash is pretty bad. So let's go over the mix-up you want to take here. Taking a throw is your safest bet. Just take a throw sometimes. If you're noticing that the Ed player is going for a lot of throws, start backdashing. It's safe, just get out of there. Don't backdash every time or else you're going to get crush counted and regret all your life choices. You take a throw, you backdash, or you can gamble on a match. Now, another thing Ed players love to do is love to do VT2 into a medium so they can force a better sequence. Backdash is great against this as well, because backdash builds a bit more space if you just blocked it. So if I block it here, he's pretty close to do walk-up throw. If I backdash, I get an air reset. a bit more of a scramble. You want to try and force these scrambles out of Ed. You don't want to give him free stagger pressure. That's generally the on-block mix-up. Not much you can do. You've not really got many options as Balrog. The whole goal is to not get hit and take a throw. As soon as you take a throw, you'll have an extra V gauge. And if you have an extra V gauge, it means you can react to the things like standing face into VT2, crouch face into VT2, X5 onto VT2, the real ones. And that's what you want. You want to be able to V-reverse the real ones. Against Ed's Balrog, you should never be at a life deficit because this matchup's good for us. If you're at a life deficit and he's playing VT2, round's probably over. Same with when you play Balrog. If you're at a life deficit against Balrog and we have VT1 on VT2, round's probably over. Right, just keep that in mind. Let's go into a few gimmicks that Ed play's gonna do. Alright, time for gimmicks. Some big ones are gonna be happening right now. So let's go. Quick fire round of gimmicks. Flicker into EX Fireball V-Trigger 2 is a 4-frame gap you can check. 5 frames might work if you got a big one, but don't risk it if you got a stubby one like Balrog. Because if he spaces it better, you're just gonna get stuffed. Another option you have is just a V-Split as Balrog to get a full punish. Jump also works, so does Backdash, but once again these are risky options. Next, regular Flicker. Ed players love to do this with VT2 ready. It's a very easy check. You do basically whatever the fuck you want. Just be ready to react to it, and don't be late or it's going to get hit. V-Skill once again works, it's pretty easy to reaction. You have access to all your regular options. Next one. Crouch medium kick into V-Skill, same as the others. A bit more irritating, it's a bit more hard of a reaction. You should be on the ball with this. Remember you have V-Shift, you're a bit worried about your reaction times. Next one, it's got a big gap as well, you can be able to sweep this. Also like crouch face it, maybe even stand face it if you're lucky. Yeah, you got a big gap. Next one. Stand face the V-Trigger is very, very common. Because they try and bait you into looking for the hold. Don't you worry. You can V-skill it on reaction like everything else. If that's all your regular options, get ready to do it. It's not real. File 1. This one's a bit more annoying. They throw Fireball at a distance and then do VT2. You can't do shit about this. You have to hold this. It's a true string. But what you can do is react to the Fireball and get a big punish. As soon as it does VT2, you need to be right on the ball with your V-skills. So he's going to throw out Fireballs, he's going to do cancels all day, every day. Final thing to note. Final thing. If he does things like standing face hold into VT2, or crouching face into VT2, or finally EX Fireball into VT2, these are true strings that you have to hold. However, you have options called V-Reversal. Do a delayed V-Reversal and react to the charge up. Don't let him get away with it for free. Stay in crouch face. React to the start up. It's a bit more awkward doing it for it, but you can still react to the start up. You got a lot of time. Same with EX Fireball. React to the start up. Don't let him get away with it for free. That's Ed VT2. If you want more specifics being covered, let me know. I'm happy to answer any questions, especially in comments. But right now, that's generally what you need to know against Ed VT2. Don't get free pressure. Don't let him have free pressure. It's not worth it. This is your time to shine as a Balrog player. You get all the punishes in the world. Watch them implode. Goodbye.